What is going on YouTube? This is hunkersTV, and today I'm going to show you guys the best mod in 2016. This mod is called the Ore Spawn. If you guys are looking for a mod that adds dungeons, items, bosses, a bunch of new weapons, just so much, this is the mod for you. And I won't be covering everything in the mod because that would take forever because there are so much. So I'm going to show you guys like the best things and like the main parts of this mod. This mod adds new ores. It adds a ruby ore, an amethyst, forgive me if I'm saying that wrong, uranium, and titanium. It adds a bunch of new weapons and armor, such as Big Bertha, which takes forever to make but is worth it. Look at that damage, 500 damage, and it's huge in your hand, like it's huge. As ultimate sword, a ray gun. Let's try this out. Oh my gosh, I did not mean to do that. Adds a nightmare sword, the ultimate bow, the ultimate armor, a hoverboard, instant survival shelter, royal guardian sword, 750 damage, and a thunder staff. Let me show you guys what these things do. So the instant survival garden basically builds a big garden for you. Instant survival shelter builds a house for you. The thunder staff, of course you guys know what that does. It shoots thunder. And of course the hoverboard. Sweet! Uploaded! This mod also adds a bunch of dimensions. Here are 4 of the dimensions. So there is a brown ant dimension, there's a red ant dimension, a rainbow ant dimension, and unstable ant dimensions. Each dimension has different types of dungeons and different type of bosses. So guys, this is the brown ant dimension, and this is the red ant dimension. This one has a lot more dungeons and dinosaurs. And like the brown one is more like minerals and mobs. So guys, this is the rainbow ant dimension. This one has tons of bosses. This one has like the robotic bosses, and that's a big spider. There is a bunch of robots in the rainbow ant dimension. We got the robo pounder, the robo gunner, the robo warrior sniper, and plus the robotic spiders. This is the unstable ant dimension. This one has a lot of bosses and a lot of dungeons also. What was that? Oh, it's a stinky! I believe you can tame these. Yeah, this mod adds a bunch of mobs that you can tame and be your pet like a dragon. Here are some of the dungeons this mod adds. It adds a dungeon that has a bunch of nightmares. Here's a dungeon where there is a girlfriend. Yes, a girlfriend stuck in a cage. You have to save her from all these scorpions. Now this dungeon is not hard at all. I believe it just spawns a bunch of fairies who are friendly. Now this dungeon, I hate this dungeon. Never go near this dungeon. There's just a bunch of bees. This is basically a bee's nest. This is one of the robotic dungeons. If you go inside it, there's a bunch of robots that you have to fight off. But you can get tons of good stuff in this dungeon, like a ray gun. This dungeon spawns a bunch of these Curbies that have some good loot. Same thing with this one. If you go inside this dungeon, it will lead you a surprise of a bunch of mobs. But you can find a nightmare sword here and a lot more. There's a dungeon that spawns tons of sea vipers. As you see guys, this mod adds a tons of dungeons. These are not even all of them. There's a lot more. This mod also adds a ton of bosses. Here are the main ones. This is the queen, guys. It is one of the bosses in this mod. This is the king. It's also a boss in this mod. This is the kraken. This is Mobzilla. Oh, holy moly, there really was a big fight. Here are some of the items that I did not cover, guys. Here's all the weapons. the tools, the food, all the parts, all the spawn eggs, all the mobs in this mod adds to this world. It's crazy how many mobs there are. And here are all the blocks. This is the ore spawn, guys. If you have any questions, comment below. If you guys liked the video, hit that like button. And if you want to see more, subscribe now. Peace.